I have never used Geonodes before, and can you even blame me? These things look super complicated. That's why, today, I tried to make a scene where most of the parts are from Geonodes, in only 3 days. On day 1, I had an idea to make a cave with hexagonal pillars, and with smaller crystals at the bottom, sort of like basalt pillars. I started by making the main pillar, and it's not too complicated, it's just a cylinder with 6 sides. And now the fun part. I use a super simple and basic Geonode setup to distribute the pillars along a plane. I then extended that plane and duplicated it to make more pillar outposts. I then made a plane with a new Geonode setup which will hold all of the small crystals. I then textured both the crystal and the pillar with a clear material and a Voronoi and noise textures going into a color ramp. To end day 1, I made a pond in the middle, and on top of the pond, a circle with some blue emission. And then I did some outside work on the grounds, and I made it a vertical resolution. On day 2, I animated the water under the circle and spent most of the day working on a procedural rock material. This was done with a lot of noise, Voronoi, and Musgrave textures plugging into one another. I also made a smaller rock to put along and outside the frame. I then worked on the cave background with a plane and used a sculpting brush. I then added some more detail to the pillar material and gave the small crystals a blue hue. On day 3, I did some framing of the tall pillars and the water. I also added some compositing with the glare node to add more effect to the glowing circle. And when I felt like I was done with compositing and framing, I hit render and animated 200 frames, and here was the result.